Let's say on your web page you want all the headers, let's say H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, to all be underlined, right? So what can you do? You can just come over here and say, let's say text dash decoration is equal to underline, right? Save, refresh, and you see the head one is H1 is underlined. And you do the same thing over here as well. So comma, enter, and this, and I'm going to put my semicolons, which I forgot. Save, refresh, and you see the second header is also underlined. And we have to do the same thing for H3, H4, H5, H6. That's a lot of copy pasting, right? So for that, we have something called a comma, all right? So let's say if you want to apply a same style to multiple elements, you simply write it like such. So H1, comma, H2, comma, H3, and put whatever different ones that you have. So I'm just going to stop here and simply write the styles. So instead of duplicating all of this multiple times, we can simply put a comma next to it and just paste this same style. So save and refresh, and the effect is the same. Now, you may be noticing that I have written H1, H1 and H2 multiple times over here as well and over here as well. And that is very normal in writing CSS. You can actually have duplicates of your selectors. So that's rule number one that I want to share with you in this video. The second thing that I want to share with you is that actually you can combinate multiple selectors. This is different than the combinators that we have over here. We're going to get to the combinators in the next video. But one more thing I want to tell you is, let's say if you have all of these multiple P elements, right? Again, back to our P example. This is just an example, but these are the basics that make it possible to make beautiful websites. All these rules that I'm telling you. And in a future video, I'm going to show you how to make these pages beautiful. But stick with me with these rules. So the second thing I want to share with you. So the second thing I want to share with you is that we learned about class names over here, class name selectors, ID selectors, and element selectors, right? So let's say if you have a P element with a class of something, and also let's say a H2 with a class of something as well, right? Save and refresh, and you see this has the same styles of the class something, right? Now you may say, okay, yeah, sure, it has the same class name, but I do not want the H2s to have these styles. I only want the P elements to have those styles. So what do? You can actually use a combinator. So you say, I only want the P element with the class name of something. So I'm going to put in something to have certain styles. So you notice that I put the P element and then I said dot something. So this is the class name selector and this is the element selector. So I'm making a combination of that. So P dot something, and then they should be, let's say, background color should be whatever. Red, all right? So all the P elements with the class of something, which are only these, 4 of these, are going to have background of red. All the P elements, the rest of them, are going to have the background of green, because that's the general selector over here. So all the rest of them are going to be green as usual, right? Color red and all of that. And this one, the second header, which is the class of something, is going to be blue, right? But if I said, okay, we only want the P with a class of something to be blue, then we say P dot something, just the way we did over here, P dot something. All right, so that's what I want to share with you, to have the commas that you can have, and also you can actually do combinations. So you can do this, or we can also do the hash sign as well. So any P element with the ID of something will have this particular style. And you can actually put commas next to it as well. So you can do P dot something, P, let's say first, hash first, comma, P hash second, and all of this is going to have certain different styles that we have. You see P first and P with the ID of second has these styles applied. So that's what I want to share with you in this video. I'm going to talk to you in the next.